I bun Halloween, innit?
Yeah. You bun Halloween? Did you watch my Halloween special?
I don't watch
But Anjem Chowdhury's a bit scary though. Wouldn't he be great at Halloween? Why don't you hire out Anjem Chowdhury for like knock-knocks on Halloween? You'd make a lot of money, like Anjem Chowdhury suddenly turning up to your door on Halloween.
Why are you so obsessed with him anyway? Come on.
That's a nice little market.
He's married. He's a married man. Chill out, man.
I wanted to come to the park. I wanted to come to the park.
He's a married man. Just chill.
Bring him down. Bring him down.
How come you're not banned? How come you're not banned?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't committed any offence.
Are you supporting ISIS?
Did you hear me support ISIS?
You don't have to say it directly, but you do.
So shut your mouth.
He supports Anjem Chowdhury, so he supports ISIS.
Such an idiot. Such an idiot.
Shut your mouth.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot now. Okay, good boy.
You always were. It's not like this is something new.
So what do you want to do with Sophia Lewis under Sharia?
Do you want to throw me off a building?
Under Sharia, all the jurisprudence on Met, what would happen to Sharia? What would happen to Sophia Lewis?
Why do you keep going on about Anjem Chowdhury?
No, I want to know what would you do to Sophia Lewis?
This
Do you
is what he
dream?
does.
Do you dream about
Yeah,
him?
I love Anjem Chowdhury.
Do you
He's
have
so
what dreams of
sexy.
him? Okay. He's married.
He's a beast.
He's married man.
I'll wait for him up at the top of the shard.
Pardon?
We can have Sharia justice together.
Hey, anyone hear about that blasphemy case in Pakistan?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a very important. We need to talk about that.
Okay, that's your opinion, no problem.
What do you think about a blasphemy case in Pakistan where a CC Bibi has been released? Big up to Pakistan for doing that. See, you're almost at the third world. Just a little bit more. If she gets out of Pakistan, I'll upgrade them to the third world.
When you go to a country that has that.
So Asisia Bibi has been in prison for 8 years for being a Christian who criticised Islam, and so now what's happening is
What
that
did you say
she's
exactly?
basically she said that she's Christian and that she feels that Jesus is something like that, and she then got it doesn't matter what she said. It doesn't matter. She's on a death penalty for doing that. Yeah. So do you agree with a death penalty for Asisia Bibi?
You're wrong.
She's just been released in Pakistan and there's all riots around the country, and so they won't let her leave the country. Do you agree with a death penalty for Asisia Bibi for criticising Muhammad? No, but do you agree with a death penalty?
Pakistan doesn't rule by the Sharia.
No, but she was in prison for 8 years in solitary confinement.
But everyone can see what you are.
Yeah, bro.
Everyone can see who you are.
But that's fine. No.
So look,
But I'm in that. Everyone can see.
Why don't admit you support Daesh? Why don't admit that? Why?
they're embarrassed of their religion. That's why
Yeah, you're.
they don't admit it.
Say you support Daesh, innit? Just say it, innit? Why are you ashamed? Why are you scared? Say openly, innit? Say
Are you
openly.
ashamed of being a Muslim?
Say you
Well, then
support
say what
Daesh,
you
innit?
believe.
So what do you think should happen to Asisia Bibi?
What's your
Say
opinion
you
on
support Daesh, innit? Say it.
Hey, what's his name?
Solomon.
Say
Solomon.
Solomon.
What's your opinion on
Asisia Bibi.
Don't be
Asisia Bibi. So Pakistan released her. So big up to Pakistan for doing that. But there's a lot of protests now that they're trying to get her back into prison.
Can you say what's
She
in your
criticised Muhammad.
heart? Don't hide it, yeah?
So she was on a death sentence for 8 years.
Peace be upon him.
I don't say that.
Obviously, Muhammad.
I'm not Muslim. I don't say that.
You don't need to say
Oh my God, I'm not Muslim.
that.
You support Daesh or not?
I'm not Muslim.
Answer the question.
Salon, just
That's
answer.
old. That's old.
How do you say peace be upon him in Arabic?
No answer. So that means you support
Sorry, I
them.
assumed you were of the faith.
Say no then.
He's got to
Why not say
No, I don't.
Do you support Daesh?
I'm not Muslim.
Muhammad.
I'm not Muslim.
Do you
So what are
support
you,
Daesh?
Sikh?
Yes or no?
I'm Sikh.
Then why you getting
Excuse
involved?
me, you're
Oh
clean.
my God, this ain't Sharia, man. He's telling me I've got to say peace be upon. Oh my God, man, it's crazy. I don't know. I want to know why you're not condemning the death penalty for Asisia Bibi. Do you condemn the death penalty for Asisia Bibi? Any other Muslims? Do you condemn the death penalty that she received, that by being quashed for Asisia Bibi for criticising Muhammad? No. Just say yes or no. Do you agree that it was unjust? Anybody, any Muslim, is anyone proud of their religion enough to condemn this or support this? Or are you all chocolate Muslims? Like Go Live says.
What do you mean chocolate Muslims? What do you mean by that?
It means that you cannot say the truth because you're too embarrassed.
Islam's unapologetic.
What do you? So all right. So we have a Muslim here that said you're unapologetic. So let me ask you then. Let me ask you if you are. Do you agree? Hold on. We have a Muslim that will answer the question. We have the Muslim that will answer the question. So do you agree? Do you agree that a Sisia Bibi that was in prison for 8 years for criticizing Muhammad, her death penalty was quashed? Do you agree that is just or unjust? Pakistan. So do you agree with a woman being in prison? But do you agree with a woman being in prison? No. Do you agree?
Do you think it's good or bad? Do you think it's good that she got thrown in jail?
First and foremost, Roger, let's be smart with me here, yeah? You know, blatantly, you know I'm a Muslim. Secondly, Roger, don't try to draw me out. You know me, I can think critically for myself.
Are you saying that you won't say the truth then?
No, Roger, don't try to draw me out, Roger.
I'm asking you a simple question. Like, I condemn what happened to Sisia Bibi. She should not be in prison for being Christian. She criticised Muhammad.
I don't know about her.
She criticised Muhammad.
Can I say something?
I don't know nothing about this case. So
No, but I'm asking you, as hypothetically then, if somebody criticised Muhammad, would it be okay for them to be on death row for 8 years, separated for their children, and now that she's been acquitted, the whole country is burning and £1 billion worth of damage is done because they want her back in prison, and on top of that, she's now in a no-fly zone when her kids are in France.
It doesn't affect him, he just wants to know his opinion.
I want to know his opinion.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to know an opinion.
We're in Speaker's Corner,
Do you
yeah.
know my opinion as a Muslim or just as a human being?
Both would be good. Because you are both, aren't you?
Of course I'm both, yeah. Look, first and foremost, yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's wrong. These are cultural and Pakistani political problems. But you have to talk to a Pakistani to see if whether what they.
So you disagree with the death penalty for criticising Muhammad in Pakistan?
Because it's not part of Sharia, is it?
All right.
It's part of Sharia, bro. Pardon? It's part of Sharia. What, to kill. Blasphemy. What did she say? Raj, what did she say?
I don't understand.
Doesn't matter what she said.
Didn't
Doesn't matter what she
Muhammad
said.
say that like a lion doesn't pay attention to the opinions of the sheep?
Why would you want to kill someone that's criticised?
Just to ignore
Really and truly, you know how I look at it. Yeah. Really and truly, yeah, Raj. I know what type of people follow your thing. Yeah. I don't know. Me, I'm too scared to say anything here, man. So I'm just gonna.
All right, fair enough. You should have said that before.
Islam's unapologetic.
You should have said that before then.
As your opinion as a Muslim, right? Like, the Prophet was very much kind of like, turn the other cheek. I don't care about what these idiots do to him. And then like 1,000 years down the line, people are getting killed. Would you beat him saying that they don't really like the Prophet Muhammad as a Muslim?
What happened?
So he would beat his own brother then, according to
Live your best life.
according to this guy.
No, I think live your best life.
How can it be your brother? He beats you.
For what?
He beats you.
Fuck, he met haram once.
Oh, you're
He said,
disgusting.
oh,
You're disgusting.
He met haram
You
once.
are disgusting.
My view.
I think you should move him. He's going to cause himself problems, man. We don't want to get into a problem.
You're disgusting. You're disgusting.
What did he? Yeah, he's drunk.
Yeah.
He's Scottish.
Hey, miss.
He's a bit of a, yeah, Scottish.
I'm just going to make an assumption.
He's telling me how to say peace be upon him. I'm like, Muslim. Why do I have to say it?
Nothing, I'm just curious. Jeez, calm down. Jet, you're acting like a... Yeah. Are you a Tommy fan?
Yeah, big up Tommy Robinson.
Fan of Tommy Robinson, I'm just curious.
Sorry, Raven, do you mind if I just...
I love white people. I have white friends. You know.
You have white family. You have white family. You must have white family. But you must have white family. You're mixed race.
White friends. I'm not a racist.
But you're mixed race.
I'm just curious. Good question. So you seem quiet. I just wanted to have a conversation with you. Sorry. Okay. I was just curious.
That's your question.
You were quiet. I was just curious if you're a Tommy fan or not. Like,
No, but why did you ask?
so he was quiet. I just wanted to start a conversation.
Racial stereotyping. Racial profiling. Racial profiling.
That's the question. That's good.
Something tells me it's just not all about chowdhury, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You're a fan of Ansham Chaudhry?
I am not a fan of
Okay.
a low-life scumbag like that.
Ooh, shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Me neither. I'm not part of that. I was just... Yeah, she's definitely a Tommy fan. She could have just said that, like, you know. There's only one way to find out. Wait, Tommy.
Oi, Tommy Robinson. Oi, Tommy. I sing as well, though. I'm a Tommy Robinson fan. I'm a Tommy Robinson fan. Big up.
You don't look like a Tommy Robinson fan.
What? You're racist, that's why. You think everyone has to be
I
white.
have white friends. I can't be racist.
But is there something about her that makes you think that?
No, I just asked the question. Can I not ask the question? Am I not allowed to ask the question? Am I not allowed to query people?
I'm asking you why you think that.
Well, you didn't want me to query the burqa before.
Why you want to
Legit.
even post that?
See?
It was the puppy that gave it.
So when I query the burqa, they say I can't talk about
It's
it.
quite strange that you don't ask him if he's a Trump supporter or a Tommy fan.
What about you?
Oh, poor
Well,
Daniel.
okay.
Big up Daniel. Daniel.
Like, no one said anything.
Big up
about
Daniel.
race, Sophia. Like, come on.
Daniel.
I don't assume that you're.
Don't get in the
I don't
camera
assume
too
that
much.
You hate Tommy because you're half black.
No, but I'm just saying. Why
But you're half black mixed race as well, aren't you?
Yes.
So you must have white relatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're Irish, so
Yeah, white.
Irish people aren't white.
They are. Oh my god.
We're the brothers of the British Isles.
Is there a topic? Is there a topic?
We haven't been white. We haven't been white for about 20 years. So
Raj, what's the topic?
What's the topic, Raj?
What's the topic? Come on.
free Tommy.
Yeah, big up Tommy Robinson.
Nah, it's just-
What's the topic?
Oh yeah, let's ask you because you got a Muslim brother here, Sunni. Why is it there's such hypocrisy within Speaker's Corner where I'm called a hate preacher, but you have people that are propagating or spewing hatred for people of different kind of like sexualities, if they're criticizing the religion or they agree with Sharia, which you know the Sharia calls for the death penalty of people like Sophia Lewis. So you're calling me somebody who's a hate preacher, but a lot of Muslims, not you personally, I'm using you as the kind of like the prop. But why is it I'm called a hate preacher for kind of trying to challenge that, but these people are supporting a death penalty under Sharia and they're seen as normal, like Bilal and Suleiman walk around and no one's told them to leave the park, but I've been forced out of the park.
But one question.
Alright, cool, let me
Right,
do
one question
it.
for you. I see a lot of video on YouTube. You call people faggots there and faggots there. So what about
Show
you?
the receipts.
Yeah, look at online. You
Get
say-
the receipts.
Yeah, I heard you many times.
Listen,
What is worse, calling someone a name or killing them?
Yeah, but you say faggot this and that, so don't be a hypocrite.
I've not said that in the last 6 months.
Look at
Didn't say it for the
your
last
video.
6 months because Paul told me he doesn't like the
call
word
people faggots
and I
there
stopped
and
it.
faggots there.
And I stopped it. 6 months ago I stopped using the word.
Yeah, that's true. What word?
Oh, the word faggot, so I use it in context.
But don't be a hypocrite then.
So I've not said it in the last, 6 months because Paul said to me he doesn't like me using it, so I said I'm not going to use it.
but can I ask
Yeah.
you? You asked me a question. Yeah? Why do you always get thrown at you accusations of a hate preacher, etc., etc.? What you've got to understand.
No, I didn't ask you that.
No.
I didn't ask you that. You're trying to straw man. I asked you the question. Hold on, do you mind if we just hold this from this? No.
Address the question.
No.
Address the question.
So, hold on, let me just.
He asked me the question, not you.
Oh, so let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it again.
Well, then answer it.
Let me rephrase it again.
Well, then answer it.
You're answering the question, why am I called a hate preacher? I didn't ask you that. I know why I'm called a hate preacher, because I condemn the Sharia. But I'm asking you, why am I called a hate preacher? But there are people here calling for the death of people like Sophia, but they are not challenged for their views, but there are actually like Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawa and all of these people that support Sharia are upheld as pillars of the community. Why am I the hate preacher and I'm being chased out of Speaker's Corner that I can't go to Speaker's Corner because I disagree with this?
Alright, cool. Firstly, I'll condemn anyone who calls upon the death of another person, right?
Yeah.
That's just, I just want to get that out there straight away, okay? First and foremost, yeah? Secondly, what you've got to understand is, someone like yourself or any other person for that matter, who's coming up.
So do you condemn Sharia then?
Can I finish my point?
Oh, no, but I need to ask you, do you condemn Sharia then?
Can I finish my point?
No, but you said you condemn the death of homosexuals and stuff. Do you condemn Sharia?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I'm not even going to go down that.
No, you need to.
You are not.
You need to.
You are not.
You have someone
You
standing
are-
here
you
that is
are not.
affected by that
Can I-
system.
can I
Because
finish
we
my
need
point?
to show your
Can I finish my point?
hypocrisy.
Can I finish my point?
There's no, you're having
finish
hollow
my point?
words. Yeah, go on. Say what you want.
Listen, first and foremost, you are not going to corner me, or you're not going to corner me down this route, or I'm not going to go down this
Are you
route.
ashamed of your religion?
I'm just telling you that.
Are you ashamed of your religion?
Straight away.
But are you ashamed of your
honestly,
religion?
I don't know much about Sharia law. Number one. And number
So
two,
why are you Muslim then?
And number two,
Yeah.
and number two, you're not gonna put me down that. I'm not gonna go down that route.
See, this is what you call chocolate Muslims nowadays,
Let
man.
me finish
Big
my
up to
point.
Go
Let me
Live
finish
for
my
at least
point,
telling the truth.
Let me finish my point, yeah?
Big up to Go Live for telling the
Let me finish
truth.
my point, yeah? Let me finish my point, yeah? Someone like yourself,
And that's
yeah?
not a racial
Someone like yourself who always goes on YouTube videos, yeah? Making all these, going on various topics, having a large audience, attracting a lot of views, yeah? What you gotta understand is if you're going to Speaker's Corner, a place where you're gonna meet lots of different people, lots of different personalities, lots of different character traits, yeah? What you gotta understand is, if you have a certain opinion and you are someone who takes pride in contentious views, yeah, you're gonna get backlash. And if you're not strong enough or you ain't got thick skin enough to deal with it,
I'm been here
then
for a
you should
year,
leave. You
and I'm
should
still
leave.
gonna come
It's
back
very
for
simple.
20 years.
It's very simple.
So I've got thick
If you-
skin.
If you ain't got
I
the
planned
thick
my
skin,
Sundays for
if
20
you ain't got
years.
the thick skin to
So
tolerate,
if you think you could get rid of me,
if you ain't got the
I'm
thick
still here
skin-
in 20 years.
Excuse me,
And I promise
excuse
you,
me,
film
excuse
back and
me,
come back in 20
excuse
years,
me.
I'll be standing in the same spot.
You asked me a question, right? You asked me a question.
Yeah,
You asked me,
yeah.
if you ain't got the thick skin to tolerate
I haven't
someone
got the thick
calling
skin.
you,
Coming
someone
from a Muslim.
calling you, someone
Coming from a
calling you,
Muslim, I haven't got thick
if
skin.
you ain't got the thick skin,
There's a death penalty for blasphemy. I've got thin skin, but there's death penalty for
if you
blasphemy.
ain't got the tolerance to deal with innocuous comments,
you not see how
innocuous
silly you're
comments
sounding?
where people calling you hate preacher, then I'm sorry, this is not.
All right, so I'm going to ask you.
This
You've
is
not
a
answered
place
my
for you.
question.
If
You've not
someone-
answered my
If
question.
someone called me a hate preacher,
You've
or-
not
or if
answered
someone
my
said,
question.
If someone said,
Do you think I'm a hate
if someone
preacher?
said
Hold on, let me
words
ask you a question.
that were worse than that, it's just
Do you
simple
think
for
I'm a
me.
hate
I'll just
preacher?
accept it and walk away.
But do you think I'm a
Because
hate
I've got
preacher?
thick
Hold on,
skin.
but do you think?
Someone like
Hold
this
on,
person
let's go
clearly hasn't
personal.
got
Do
thick
you
skin,
think I'm a
as
hate
he
preacher?
demonstrated.
Do you
I
think
do
I'm a
think
hate
I don't
preacher?
give a crap what you pricks do.
I think, to be honest with you, the rhetoric that you produced today,
Yeah.
where
I didn't
you
like it, I
have
just put it
said that you would, given the example where someone threw an example at you, if you had a daughter, if you had someone who was a daughter, or a man, a son, that decided, right, I want to transition into a female, you said that you would accept this person and support this person, rather than having a daughter that would say, I want to wear the niqab.
When did I say
and
that?
You said that's what you said. You said you rather disown that person
No,
and not be
liar.
supportive,
Go
and not
back.
be
Takia,
and not be
Takia,
supportive,
Takia,
and not be
Takia, don't lie.
supportive,
We
and
just-
not
we
be
just-
supportive.
we just
And
had
you
the comment.
said-
I didn't say
and
that.
you said-
I did
and
not
you
say that.
said- and you
Takia,
said-
Takia, let
and
me
you
talk.
said-
You're lying
and you-
about me.
you keep doing this all
So
day.
let
You
me
keep
say
doing this all
something.
day.
Let me say
Honestly,
something. Let me say something.
You said-
I
you
said
said
if my
you would not
daughter
be
come with a
supportive.
niqab,
You said
I
you
said
would
I
not-
would not be happy with it, but I would not force her to stop. I would just tell her I don't like it. That's a difference, is it not?
You said you would
Is that not a difference? Do you want to go?
Alright,
Shall we
can I-
rewind the tape? Come on, let's show the receipts.
That's what he's saying now. That's his statement.
No, that's what I said before.
You said you
So let me
said-
ask you a question
said-
then.
hey,
If your son was gay, would
wouldn't
you
accept it,
agree?
straight up.
Yeah, but would you
Straight
agree
up.
if it was in a Sharia compliant country?
But we're not, though.
No, if you was hypothetically, would you agree with them being killed for being gay?
I'm not going into that.
Oh, of course you're
Chocolate Muslims.
You are
I'm not
chocolate
going into that.
Muslim.
See?
You're the
People
player
you like,
you
people
are.
you like.
Silence is golden.
I'm not going into that.
Then they're
I'm not
calling
going
me
into
a
that.
hate preacher.
All I can say, all I can say,
Can you
all I
not
can
see
say,
the hypocrisy?
all I can say, all I can say, the laws are the way the laws
But
are.
can you
right?
not see the
Laws-
hypocrisy?
Laws and the legal framework,
Hold on, you proved my point.
The legal framework is not always
You
correct.
proved my
right?
point.
The laws in
I
this
am
country,
saying words.
The laws in this country are proof of
agree
that.
with a death
The
penalty
law-
for homosexuals,
When did I say I
adulterers,
agree?
apostates,
When did I say I agree?
blasphemers,
When did I say I agree?
and you chopping off people's hands, and you disagree with me because I'm challenging it and calling me a hate preacher.
Okay, when did I say I
How
agree?
is that
When did I say I
possible?
agree, disagree?
Does that sound logical to you? Do you agree with Sharia?
When did I say I
Do
agree or
you agree
disagree?
with Sharia?
I said I don't know much about it. To give you
No,
an
but if
opinion
I
on it.
said to
why I
you
said
that's
it.
what Sharia is about, would you agree with it?
Why am I going to trust you? You're quite an
Oh
unreliable
my god.
source.
Oh, so we get Ali Dawa. So we get Ali Dawa. Hold on.
You
Hold
are
on.
the last
Hold on.
person
So let me ask you.
You'd be the
Ali
last
Dawa and
person
Mohammed
to
Hijab have agreed to this. Adnan Rashid has agreed to this, yeah? That's the penalties. Do you think Adnan Rashid, Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawa are now hate preachers?
Just because Adnan Rashid,
Because they have agreed
just
to it.
because Adnan
Should they be
Rashid-
chased out of
Agree to
park?
what? I'm not gonna follow any person blindly. No,
No,
matter,
but you want
no
me
matter
out the park.
no matter how much knowledge he or
But
she
are they hate
possesses,
preachers?
I'm not gonna follow them
But
blindly.
are they
Simple as
hate-
that.
no, I'm not
For
talking
me,
about
it's
following.
very simple.
I
need
didn't
to
say
investigate
following.
something.
I said,
I'm
are
gonna-
they
look,
hate
look, look,
preachers?
look. You ain't gonna change my methodology.
No,
of
are they
approaching
hate
things, yeah?
preachers?
I'm gonna investigate. If I don't
Are
know
they
something,
hate?
I'm
No,
gonna
no.
investigate
They've
something,
confirmed.
and then I'm gonna find
They've
a
confirmed. Are they hate preachers for saying that? Are they
I don't
hate
know, I
preachers
don't
for
know
calling
what
for
he
the
said.
death
I don't know what
or
he
someone like
How
Sophia?
long have you been a Muslim?
Listen, I'm talking to him.
How long
No,
have you been a
no.
Muslim?
Are
How
they
don't you
hate
know-
preachers?
how don't you
Remember,
know-
I'm a hate preacher for condemning that. Are they hate preachers for purporting it or supporting it?
No. You're not a hate preacher
No,
for
I'm
doing
not.
that. You're a hate preacher for people are assuming that a lot of people will label you hate preacher for perpetuating a lot of views about Muslims. Not about
But
Sharia
you
law.
want the
I don't
death
think it's about
of
Sharia
people.
law. I don't think it's about Sharia. If it was
You
just
want the
about
death of people.
if it was just about Sharia
You
law,
want the death
if
of
it
people.
was
By
just-
your logic,
I want the
half
death
an
of
hour
people.
ago,
Don't- listen,
these
listen,
guys
listen.
said that because I talk
Don't
about their
cast-
face value,
don't
I'm to
cast-
blame for
don't you
people
dare-
getting beaten
don't
up.
you dare-
So,
don't you
by
dare-
your logic,
don't
Ali
you dare-
Dawa talking about homosexuality being
Listen,
wrong,
listen,
he
listen.
is to blame for homosexuals
Listen,
getting
listen,
beaten up.
listen. Don't you dare
Yeah.
cast aspersions on me.
Yeah.
I didn't call for the death of
Well, you
anyone.
said to
Don't
me,
you
I
dare-
said something I didn't say.
Don't you dare cast aspersions
But
on me.
you-
that I'm
That's
advocating the death of any innocent
How
human
about you
being.
ask yourself a
Don't you
question?
dare do
Oh, you
that.
said the word
Don't you
innocent.
do that. Don't you dare do that.
Take the word of human
Don't
being.
you dare do that.
Why don't you ask
No,
yourself a
the
question?
word innocent in there.
I'm trying to get some this.
Very clever.
Ask questions, innit?
Yeah. Oh, Modine's
You know, like,
there.
for
Alright.
example, if there's a murderer, just say Sophia is a murderer, and we catch Sophia now, and then
You'd marry her though.
no. So obviously, I
You
would say
marry
to
me.
Sophia, I'm gonna in any religion, in America they get the death penalty.
I don't agree with that
Now, one
either.
second. What I'm trying to say is because she killed someone, she has to get the death penalty. You see what I'm trying to say? Because if she doesn't get the death penalty, there will be a lot of murders in the
But we're
world.
talking about sins like adultery, homosexuality,
I'm coming to that, I'm
blaspheming.
coming to that.
That's not. You can't equate that with murder.
I'm coming to that.
Wait, let me hear.
For example, if a man's married, and his thing, is getting mashed by an ex-man, obviously, man's going to be fuming, for example. Obviously, there has to be rules in it, in the society.
So would you agree with your son? Say if your
I'm just
son.
saying, let me
Hold on, I
just
need
say,
to ask you a very
one
important
second,
question. Yeah, go on, go on.
You see Saudi Arabia,
Come on, man.
the Saudi Arabia, they steal millions of billions of people's money, the government.
No, you're going off
I'm just
topic.
giving you 1 second.
No, you're going off
One
topic. You
second,
can talk
one
about it in
second.
5 minutes when we go.
No. When someone steals, a poor person in Saudi Arabia steals an apple because he's hungry, they chop off his hand. So obviously, what I'm trying to say, no, they do that, they chop people's hands off. But obviously, their own hands, what I'm saying, their own hands should be getting chopped off. For example, if they want to implement Sharia, for example, they need to chop up the whole Saudi family's hands because they stole billions, not an apple. I'm just saying. Yeah.
The kingdom
So
of
let me ask
Saudi.
you a question. If you had a hold on, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you a very personal question. I'm going to ask you a very personal because you need to have a personal question. If your son grew up to be gay, would you agree with him to be killed for being homosexual under Sharia?
Yeah, you're a prick.
Would you agree with him to be killed for being gay under Sharia?
People can do what they like, man. What?
Do you agree with that?
People can do what they like. Shut up, man. What are you talking
Do you agree with that?
Can I ask something? Why are you so focused on other
Because
people?
you are
Why does
calling
it
me a
matter
hate
to you?
preacher.
Why does it matter to you?
You calling me a hate preacher, but you believe in views of killing people.
No, what you're doing,
I'm trying to show your
what you're doing-
hypocrisy.
What you're doing is
I'm trying to show your hypocrisy.
No, I have to
Well,
challenge.
let's leave it,
He's
let's leave it.
challenged
People
me.
shouting from the shower.
No.
It's the person shouting from the shower is part of this conversation. That's unreal.
What you're doing is,
I can't
you're
see-
cornering
I can see that,
people.
I can see that.
You're cornering people, and you're asking people, do you agree with this? Do you agree with that? Why
not?
does it matter? Why does it matter to me?
Why not?
I'm not someone that has any
Why
influence
not?
whatsoever. I'm telling you. I'm describing my
What about
situation.
Muhammad Hijab and
I'm
Ali Dawa
describing
and
my
Adnan
situation.
Rashid?
I'm someone that
What
has no
about Muhammad
influence. So
Muhammad
any
Hijab,
views,
Ali
any
Dawa,
views,
or
regardless-
Adnan Rashid, do
any
you condemn
views-
them?
Any views that
Do
I
you
would have
condemn
would not have any
Muhammad
significant
Hijab,
influence, would not have
Adnan
any
Rashid,
influence.
and Ali Dawa? Because they support this.
Okay, tell me what views.
It's a straight question.
Verbatim, what views did they say?
They have said they agree with
Verbatim,
Sharia
verbatim.
in full. And under the jurisprudence, they would agree with a death penalty for homosexuality, for adultery, for apostasy, blasphemy, and people getting chucked up their hands. So this is the thing here, they agree with all of this. So when you're calling me a hate preacher, why are they not hate
I tell you
preachers?
something.
Can I ask a
As far as
question?
I know, it's not as black and white as the ways you're portraying it. It's not that black and white. There are certain conditions and requirements that are necessary to charge someone for a crime. That's as far as I know. But if you're gonna pin me down and tell me, oh, do I agree with this? Do I agree with that? Without myself having any substantial knowledge of what it is, I'm relying on you as a reliable
Alright, so if you
source.
look
I'm
into
gonna
it, can we?
disagree flat out,
Can we do
because
it?
you are
Can
not a
I ask?
reliable
But can I ask you
source.
something?
You are
If we come back in
absolutely not
next week, will you answer the question once you look into it?
Allow it, prick. Allow it, prick.
Oh my
Allow
God.
it, prick.
Listen.
Prick.
We haven't had to learn something. We're not. We're having to learn, not learn,
The
innit?
man could come here, shut up.
If you want to speak, come here.
From the hood.
Yeah.
Another here, Sophia.
Let's ask questions.
Can I ask
I'm
a
gonna come to
question?
say, Sophia.
Hey man.
Oh, you're.
Hey, my friend.
Listen. Can I say something? if you're giving me a time limit to say next week you have to learn something.
I'm not saying you have
I'm telling you, no.
But
some people, students of Islam, students of whatever, jurisprudence or whatever it is, they've taken years to perfect their religion, to understand it, to comprehensively understand it. If you're going to tell me by next week, from going from someone who doesn't really know much about it.
All right, so will you bring someone who knows about it?
Telling me by next week
Hold on,
I have to learn it.
so will you bring someone that knows about it?
You're the only one that sounds
Is that going to be a problem?
You're the only one that sounds upset.
Someone that knows about it.
Can I ask a question,
Bring
right?
someone.
Like in Sharia law, like it's very much an open-handed religion about charity and taking care of the poor, right? Now, aren't you free to do that in this country?
Something's going on over here, man.
Taking off hands or fingers, right? Under Sharia law.
The laws, it's how it is.
We'll carry on the discussion next week with thingy. Because bring somebody that knows a bit more, and then we can discuss it. No, bring somebody.
People that the best people you should speak to. Like Kamini Jam, Ali Dawa.
I already have.
Well, if you're asking me, I'm going to tell you I don't know.
Hey, come over here. Come on.
Right.
Oh no, I'm gonna get in front.
They did this thing.
Hey, is she safe?
Yeah,
cool.
They've been slipped.
Right.
Paid a lot for it.
So if you ask each other questions, then we can actually get somewhere, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just ask questions, and then we can learn something from the questions you ask. Yeah, but opinions and ad hominem.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? That I'm not.
I know exactly
What I'm trying to say is that I'm being called. Hold on.
Everyone else is
I
cool.
think.
Everyone else is cool.
Hold on, sorry.
Everyone else is cool. Yeah, it's just this person.
So
This
can
person is the one that's.
Alright, so
I'm having a mature conversation with this guy, and all I'm hearing is, you know what I mean? I'm just hearing insult in my ear. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying
You know what I
is,
mean?
you can ask questions. And
I'm having a mature conversation with this guy and everyone else as well. But it's just this person.
Yeah, and so can I go back to the point? Because a lot of people are trying to conflate it with other issues. What I'm trying to say is that I'm being called a hate preacher. This is when I questions that I'm called a hate preacher. So when I question the death penalty for, say, under Sharia, I'm a hate preacher for questioning it. I know, I'm called a hate preacher, but when people support something that calls for the death of someone like Sophia or gays or something like that, they are not hate preachers. You will not condemn Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawa, Adnan Rashid.
When has Ali
who have
Dawa-
all,
when
they
they-
have all
when they-
said they support the Sharia in its entirety.
Okay, that's the difference. That's the difference between supporting the Sharia
Yeah,
and
that
advocating the death penalty
No,
of
but
a
if
transgender.
somebody
just said.
no, but the
That's
thing
what
is,
you said.
if all the jurisprudence are met, she would be under the death penalty.
that's nice.
So
Look,
all I'm trying,
that's
what
nice.
I'm trying to show to you, I'm not talking about Sharia. I'm telling your hypocrisy.
No,
I'm trying to
Can I
show
say
you-
something right now?
I'm trying to show you that
Everyone who watch YouTube,
you believe in this evil barbaric system that calls for the murder of people.
Actually, I have to.
When I
Muslims
question it,
times worse.
I am a hate preacher.
Yeah, but you use 10 times worse language.
Can you not see how that is
Muhammad
hypocrisy?
hijab and
That's
shit.
your right. If you want to disagree with it, that's fine. But
Ten
there's
times
Raj,
ways
can
of
you hold
doing it.
this?
There's ways of doing it, and the ways in which you've done it has not been. It's been displeasing to many Muslims. They'll see that it's the way in which.
Well,
you do
I find it
If you're gonna-
displeasing when I
if
hear
you're
people
gonna-
say they want to kill someone like Sophia.
Who said that though?
Last week we had
Ali Dawa,
last week we had an auntie that come over and said sorry to Sophia. She was a white convert. She said, I'm sorry to Sophia for her being bullied. But when I asked her, she started saying she's got a jinn in her. On top of that, she then said that when I asked her about does she agree with the death penalty for homosexuals, for adulterers, she said she would support it. Yeah, she said it categorically. On top of that, when I said about her own daughter, would you not intervene? She said, if God said it, I would support my own daughter being stoned to death for adultery. So what I'm trying to say to you is that, so you got a problem with my view though? You said I'm a hate
I said that's
preacher.
your view. I just.
But
When did I
I
say-
find,
when did I say you're a hate preacher? Don't lie.
what I'm trying to show you to you is that
Don't
this
lie.
is why free
Don't
speech
lie.
is important. Because I find that hateful.
Okay, so whenever I said hey, you're a hate
But what I'm
preacher,
trying to say to you,
I
can
said
you
you
not
have your
see?
view.
I'm gonna say, can you not see how free speech is?
This is the narrative, yeah.
Because
Personal, right? If you make
That's what I don't get. You know,
it's about free speech.
this man used 10 times worse language.
People and what constitutes hate speech? No, we need to find out what constitutes hate speech. Yeah? Free speech and what you find insulting is completely different from me. When I heard it, I was insulted. I thought it was a disgusting thing to say. To you, it might be normal. So this is why we cannot control this is why we cannot control free speech. This is why free speech absolutism up to the point of violence is essential, because it's so subjective about what people find offensive. I had people around there saying, well, that's just the way it is. And me, I felt sick to the stomach. And so this is why Speaker's Corner is in such a turmoil, because there are people walking around saying, Raj, you're a hate preacher, you must leave. But on the same time, you have people on, talking over here that agree with a death penalty for people like Sophia. So all I'm saying, you have a right to talk.
Victim
I
again.
have a right to talk.
I'm a victim again.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I have a right to talk, and I will say to the camera, every time you try and get me out to Speaker's
That's the
Corner,
problem with
I
this
will
right-wing
get
cunt.
the Veterans Against Terrorism the next week, and that's no threat. Because I will not accept being intimidated. Yeah, everybody has a right to their views. I would even support Anjem Chowdhury here. That's how far I will take it. Yeah, but when you're calling me a hate preacher for just questioning the hijab and equating it to me, kind of like instigating people getting beaten up, it's crazy, because I can use the same logic with Muhammad Hijab and them lot, who criticise homosexuality, and when a homosexual gets beaten up, then I could then say by your logic, by their logic,
Have you seen this video?
that they were responsible.
Have you seen
Do you
this
not see
man's
how
video? Have
illogical
you
it
seen
is
this man's
to
video?
blame me for criticising the niqab for
talking
people getting
rubbish.
beaten up?
Listen. You say you're
Have you
afraid-
seen his fucking
if you
videos?
say-
Have you seen his videos? The man here, he's a hypocrite.
Well, don't watch him then.
You use more.
What are you watching my videos for?
Can I just say something?
There's so many haters
You
on my
liar,
video.
man.
Why? You're making me.
No, but you lie.
You're
on
making
YouTube.
me.
We can
Watch,
everyone
watch.
have here. You lie.
Watch.
That's the
Who's
problem.
worse, the person watching
Look at
me
your videos,
or
man.
me on the video?
Look
You're
at
a
your
turd
videos.
for watching me if you hate
You're
me.
talking so much
You're a
rubbish.
turd.
You're a hypocrite.
Can I just say something? You know, in Islam,
He's
you know,
talking
if someone
rubbish.
fornicates and then you have to give them the lashes.
Look at his videos. It's online to
Oh, he's
see.
a fan. Look at this fan. Turn the camera to him. Look at that fan. My number one fan, man. There's a freaking camera light on, man. This guy probably masturbates over my videos. Does a 5-knuckle shuffle. Oh, right. Actually, I'm sorry, sir. I better not do that. I better not do that. I apologise.
I'm listening to you.
Stop being a fan.
You see?
Stop. I'm not forcing you to watch my videos. Oh my God, he watches the videos.
Can I say something though? Yeah, you're getting offended by people calling you a hate preacher. Yeah.
No, I'm not offended. I find it is hypocrisy.
Some of you guys will call me chocolate Muslim or fake.
I call it hypocrisy.
It's like whatever. I don't really care.
If I say hypocrisy, you're one of the only sensible Muslims here. So let me say something. This is not the representative of the Muslims at Speaker's Corner.
Insignificant.
This is not the. You're not the representative of the Muslims at Speaker's Corner. You are one of the only sensible ones that I've met here.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you straight out. If I'm telling you, if I'm saying I don't have knowledge on a specific subject, yeah,
But I'm trying to say to you, you are not.
And you're gonna turn that idea. Oh,
But
it
what?
must be a fake
Did you not hear what I just said?
I'm just telling you.
You're not representative of the Muslims.
I got thick skin. I'll deal with
Guys,
it.
so
You guys are repeating the content.
I can deal with it.
Yeah, come on, let's move on. Let's move on because I need to go in a
This
bit.
is a personality back and forth, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to go.
No one really learns from that. So do you have questions about Islam, about transgender, about whatever that people can learn from?
I want people.
Let's learn
Look,
something,
I want people to just be honest and fair. If you call me a hate preacher, then you must call other people hate preachers who are calling for the death of people like Sophia. You cannot support a system like Sharia if you cannot support Sharia if.
Why are you giving this guy light? Just come out of the
me. He challenged me. He challenged me. He asked me the question.
Come out of the tent and it's loud. Because it's not going anywhere. It's not fruitful. It's not plenty.
I didn't even approach him.
So let's just stand. Because it's not. I'm telling you.
You come in.
It's just the hypocrisy that I'm sick of.
You're mad. Don't waste time, Raj.
So
hypocrisy.
we can learn from this, right? If you're going to stay here, let's ask questions.
Tell me your life. See, when you go home tonight, you're going to ponder over them seconds that you left the garage. Trust me. You're going to ponder over.
What I'm saying is, in this way of thinking now, we can think of questions, right? Because we're here now, you can ask these questions. Now, if we try to keep our personality out of it and ask questions,
I can debate you right now. Come we go and debate right now. I can beat you in a debate. I can destroy you in a debate, inshallah. Anywhere, any subject you want.
Where's your wig today?
Any subject you want.
Let's end the conversation because can I say something, Raven? I think let's end it. Look, let me say something. This is one of the bros, the Muslim bros that I think we can have good conversations with. I don't want anyone to think, can I just say that? I don't want anyone to think I dislike this guy. This guy has shown so much restraint, even under a lot of provocation. I've heard him.
You saw the insult.
I've heard him hit. I know what I'm saying. I'm trying to praise you. I've heard you hear things and I'm like, damn, I can't believe you stood there, yeah? So we could talk with the bro, yeah?
Person, yeah, it like give me insults in my direction.
Let's have some vibe.
Come on, let's leave it on a good note though.
I dealt with it.
But let's leave it, we'll carry on the conversation in the future. But I don't dislike this guy. This guy's a good guy to chat to. We'll carry it on.
So now you're saying I'm
Make it my ideas, isn't it?
We'll stay another 20 minutes and we'll go. Mate, please. Or you want to go now?
Yo, Modine, don't call it Dawa. Don't call it Dawa, Modine. Don't call it Dawa. Simon, Transformers, rapists,
Where's Shrek?
accidental rapists.
Where's Shrek? Where's your secretary, Saida?
How do we stop this, innit? Speaker's corner, how do we stop this kind of being a she? How do we do it? At least she's really a she.
If this person's gonna give it, and this person has given it, you're gonna have to take
scared
it.
to tell a man, you're talking rubbish, allow it. That's what man's scared to say to man. Right. What is speaker's corner, but sometimes a man's talking rubbish, you have to say to man, bro, just chill out, bro, you're talking rubbish now.
They just love me too much, though. They just love me too much.
When I say it,
What am I supposed to do? They're fans.
That's what they say.
What I'm saying is, brother, we can have a
Why is he
question.
raising his voice? Man's passionate, bro.
Good.
Yeah?
Brother, we can have a
Man's
question.
passionate for the most
That
high.
question can start a debate. But the thing, if we just give ad hominems and our opinions, it's going to do what's always happening. So have a question, right? Have something you want to find out. Yeah?
I have no questions for Rod.
Man, I don't want to be
Well, that's
honest,
the thing.
man.
This
I wouldn't have answered anyway.
is the problem. This is why we're going in circles. Yeah?
I wouldn't have answered anyway, so I don't know why he wants to give me
I
questions.
talked to you, maybe me and you had a
Yeah,
good
I know.
conversation.
We always
Yeah,
do. But I'm
we
saying,
have good
but I want to
conversation.
bring that here. The same discipline I show I talk to you, I want to bring that here. No, but the thing is, we have to listen. We can't put our personal opinion in stuff, right?
Any light off man, fam.
Here's what it is,
They don't like
right?
to get any north.
We have Muslims there. We have hold on, 5 seconds. Yeah, we've got Muslims. We've got transgender. We've got people who suffer from low self-esteem. And we can learn something right now, right? We can learn something. Ask the questions.
I will do that weird shit. I'll be real with you.
Go home, bye.
But you don't.
Jesus.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, you're holding up the queue now. You're holding up the curb,
Well then,
right?
bye, go.
Right. So we're here now.
Jesus.
Like brother, chill out, brother. Brother, big man like you. Big man like you. Big man like you. Ain't got a woman can't have no baby. Big man like you. Big man like Simon.
What do you mean good? Hold on, let me speak, right? The thing is, we have to be balanced, right? And right now, you're putting energy towards here, right? So I think
We're not putting no hatred towards the Don, fam. He's one of the man them.
He's one of the man. Real shit.
Can I just say, they act like it's a pantomime. Someone said something, then everyone goes, ah, you
No, it's funny.
You're the main character. You're the main character, man. A Rapunzel, man.
Obviously.
Hey, Cinderella. Hey, Steverella. Hey, Steverella. Hey, Steverella. Steverella, man.
So we're going through your experience, right? And they can learn something.
Man, I got
The more
trust
you
issues
get
out
at
here,
home,
man.
If you have a
Man, I got trust issues, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is,
We're married. We're married. We're having
Man.
come on.
incubated babies coming soon. The Rajanators are going to take over.
Why is this the tone of the conversation? Why have we come to
Rasta
speak
man,
corner?
I apologize
and this
to
is the tone?
nobody, boy.
Yeah, think about it, right?
Come on, donkey.
Guys, yeah? What is the value of this? What is the value of what we're doing? What is it?
Can we debate now? Can we debate how to destroy
Oh
you
my God,
intellectually?
what is going on?
تعال يا حبيبي. تعال.
Oh, shots fired!
I will destroy you intellectually.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Do me one favor.
Now there's no one favor. Come now.
What favor?
Can we debate me and you like a man? Bismillah. Tfadal. Yalla ta'al. You can't take me seriously because you know I'll destroy you intellectually. You know I'll destroy you.
What are you going to say to me? What are you going to say to me?
I'll tell you the hack. I will speak the hack. Yeah,
What are you going to say?
Have you given dawah?
He wasn't giving no dawah.
2018 Dawa. It works, it works.
That went dawa. No.
Have you got a number?
Man can't use that.
When
Sophia.
with wisdom. When Moses went to Pharaoh, Moses spoke softly.
No, bring Sophia in the middle.
way to give
That's what she
da'wah
said.
to Islam.
No,
When Moses
Sophia,
went to
Sophia,
Pharaoh,
in the middle.
Allah said,
You're getting
"Qulu
it.
lahu qawlan layyinan la'allahu
Savages, and you're
yatadhakkaru." Speak to him with a soft voice.
I thought that was Big Ards earlier. It wasn't Big Ards.
So why
No,
did you
it's
do
a
it?
dude.
Why you trying to
Sorry, Big Ards. I thought it was you.
It's not the da'wah.
I thought it was Big Ards. That's why I was telling him to come through. Because I thought it was Big Ards. I thought Big Ards to come home. It wasn't Big Ards. Sorry, Big Ards. I thought it was you.
It's not acceptable. No.
No context, you can go back and forth. Yeah, maybe so.
No, is this the way to represent Islam? Is this the way to represent Islam? What about me? What about me? What about me? What about me? What about me?
Yeah, don't diss his wife, fam.
Oh, shivery. That is the most chivalrous person. Shivery. Yeah. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
I ain't never seen Modine that angry, though. I ain't never seen you that angry.
So what we learning here? What are we representing with my hair? Do we represent Islam? Do we represent our community?
He's always feel sorry for him. He's always having to resolve issues. Crazy, man.
Oh, there's a prick
I'm
over there
gonna
that I can't
advise
see.
him. I'm gonna advise him. There's no more him trying to give anybody dawah like.
You know your bro's been found. The guy that got spat in Hassan's face.
You get me? We're gonna advise.
You know the guy that spat in Hassan's face is going court.
He wants to take that advice.
They found him.
That's up to my Muslim brother, innit? You understand what I mean?
What
I know
is
you.
it?
I know a couple of. I know a
Let her
couple
even
of people
speak,
want to
man.
do the mick of him, but at the end of the day, that's my Muslim brother.
What's your issue? What's your issue?
Okay, then. Okay, that's up to debate. That's up for debate. That's up for debate. But man's not knowledgeable about that. No, there's no issue that I have. You're very because I'm just making a statement. My statement is for unity. No matter about what any Muslim brother says.
Don't make me get mad.
Wait.
I'm trying to talk easy. He's not my.
No, you ain't.
Yo, why you like Batty, man? Yo, yeah, you like with transgender?
Me?
Yeah, you like with transgender?
Oh yeah, what you wanna
I'm asking.
You wanna use this for your online influence? Yeah?
I'm asking you a question.
On any transgender.
I'm asking.
Oh, so no unite with everyone
She
then.
knows what man has against you.
Yeah.
And she ain't been what's it called?
What you talking about, man?
And she been trying to get my attention. My man's been walking
What
past.
you talking about, fam?
Nah,
What's man got
He
against you?
thinks you love her.
you wanna try to make me look bad?
He thinks you love him.
I don't cover no sins. I don't cover no sins. I don't cover no
Oh,
I don't cover no assault.
what's it called?
I don't know. I don't cover assault.
Wishful thinking.
Wishful
Wishful thinking.
Peace and love, man. I don't cover it up. I don't cover the truth. If I know something to be true, I don't cover it up. I'm not a Catholic.
What truth?
I don't cover it up.
Oh,
If
you
a
are
woman's been,
Catholic. I
I'm
told you
not.
that
I'm
right
definitely
now.
not. I'm definitely not.
What Muslim brother thinks he's not
I
Catholic?
don't care what no Muslim brother thinks. I care what Allah thinks. You think you're Allah? Are you Allah? When did you become Allah?
I'm not Allah.
Well then,
That's
well
why I
then,
can't speak about whatever my brother about my Muslim brothers. whatever he does.
But you can't talk about no one. You can't talk about no one. You can't talk about no one.
You know I'm
You can't talk about no one.
Astaghfirullah, respect. You know what one.
This ain't productive. This ain't productive. This ain't
But
productive.
people are here. I
But
know.
this ain't
I know
productive,
people here are
though.
slightly taking digs at him.
No,
But no matter what he
forget
calls
the
himself,
But my man's
whatever.
saying Dawa is moving to transgender.
Okay,
What are you talking about?
whatever
And getting
the
excited
politics
over the transgender and argue with a Muslim brother
When you
over there.
are
Oh, wait, talking about transgender.
All it is the people that run. It's just another Muslim.
What are you talking about?
Wake up, my brothers. It's all the agenda, you know.
But certain men are with the agenda of Raj.
But we
Why they're
woken up.
pushing the
We woken
transgender?
up just.
Certain men are with transgender agenda. Certain men are here defending transgender.
What is this about?
Man's spoken to you about
That's what I'm saying.
Man's
That's what I'm
spoken to you
saying.
about camera.
No, stay back. Don't go.
I actually don't understand half of these.
I'm gonna be. I can't say too much here, man. But
I understand.
Leon,
It's shocking.
are you gonna? Is the front camera off? All right. Oh my God! You better move your camera over there, man. What the?
This park is turning into a madhouse.
Hey, this is what I'm talking about. Hey, look. The balls. This is what I'm talking about.
This place will get closed down. Well done, man. This guy, man, I've given him so much stick, but I don't want to show him too much support because he will get blacklisted.
Hey, look.
But well done, man. No, he's in a drug of Islam. Drug of Islam.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool.
He's carrying on like a druggie.
Everybody here's taking a piss out of you. Look in the comment section, bro. Wake up, my brother. Wake up, bro. Are you here for Dino Entertainment, bro? Come on, man. Wake up, bro.
Oh, it's the lady that asked for your death. The little auntie. Maybe we should continue that conversation. That'd be so interesting.
I don't know. I come here, freedom of speech, innit? If man's telling me come out the park, I said to him, I accept to come out the park. He said, come we go out the park. I said I accept. Wallahi, I accept. Go on then. I'm telling him I accept. He's telling me come out the park. I accept. I accept.
No, leave it.
I'm saying I accept.
No.
I don't want to peace. I'm not fighting nobody. I'm the most peaceful person in Speaker's Corner. He said to me, oi, you can't say over there anybody. He was like, hey, come out of the park, come out of the park. I'm telling him, wallahi, I accept to come out of the park right now. Wallahi. Wallahi billahi to You're confused, bro. No.
I'm telling you right now. You misunderstand. That's what
I'm gonna call her Sharia auntie. Sharia auntie. Poor Sophia, I'm so sorry, but you got a jinn in you, and I might chuck you off a building if I have to.
Go on then.
Do you want to stick around for this, or do you want to go? Yeah. No, you can't stop me filming, man.
A nice clean one. I don't get.
The thing, this might be a hard thing. This might be a hard thing. There's actually nothing down there. There's a big
What agenda? Don't mention my name. Remember your boy here, he's spat in Hassan's face. We got him. No, your boy that spat in Hassan's face. The cops are after him. In MacD's. Your boy that spat in Hassan's face, the police are after him. Tommy Robinson. They're trying to cause a riot.
Big up to Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, big up Tommy Robinson.
Big up to Tommy.
No, it's just as 10 times. It's just as 10 times bigger. This is what I mean. I'm not waking up.
So I'm saying we want to learn stuff, right? Let's ask questions so we can learn stuff. So what's this happening? There seems to be this transgender confusion going on. Everyone's running somewhere. So the best people to ask about this is the people who's gone through it, which I believe is this lady and this lady here, right?
Yeah, but can I say I'm not going to talk to pricks or savages?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, well.
But you ain't even got you chopped off.
So what? You're a donkey. Look at you. Look at you. You look like a horse. You actually look like a horse. You actually look like a horse, though. Like you actually do. No. You actually look like a horse.
No, we don't even.
You seriously do. You seriously do. You really do look like a horse.
This person is reasonable. I don't agree with
So obviously I don't talk to pricks or savages.
At least call someone by their name. That's a minimum.
But Simon.
But donkey.
You are not.
Where's Shrek? Where's Shrek? You know, I'm still looking for Shrek. Shrek's
Oh, Raven, can I say something? Look, if you're calling someone Simon, automatically you're going to get their back up. So you can't have a conversation.
What about your brother Banksy? He was calling the transgender Justin.
Oh, well, then I'm not Banksy though.
Talk about Banksy though.
I'm not Banksy. I'm Raj. I'm not Banksy.
Guys.
You came in last week and said the reason.
Big up Banksy.
Yeah, big up to Banksy.
Big up Banksy.
Yeah, it's because he said I was calling Simon. Yeah, but we went on Banksy's own page. Banksy calls transgender male names. Yeah, and Banksy takes the piss out of transgender.
Yeah, then we pull him up on that. We'll pull him up on that. We'll pull him up on that.
And you roll with savages.
Jump on the next stream. Jump on the next stream. Pull him up. Jump on the next stream. Pull him up.
You are actually, you really do like a donkey. I'm being serious now.
Hold on. This is important though. Respect. If you got the evidence, jump on the next stream and prove the receipts.
I find it quite strange that kind of everyone's telling me not to do ad hominem.
Oh.
He does the most.
Right, to be able to have a decent conversation.
Bro, I'm covering my face from the smoke. What's wrong with you? Why are you sticking to me? Don't jump. I don't want you to Leave me alone. What's wrong with him? Why are you saying my blood is halal? Why are you saying my blood is halal? Who are you to say my blood is halal?